welcome to this week's What's Happening SBC. I'm your host, Abby Colvin, and today we're going to talk about residential and commercial real estate. Today I have Mr. Hayden Wallace with me, who owns Advocate Properties with his wife, Amber Wallace. Mr. Wallace, how are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Mr. Wallace, can you tell me a little bit about your company and what you and your wife exactly do?
Sure. So my wife and I, we're real estate agents, and we help people find properties that they want to buy, either to live in, operate their business out of, or invest in to make money.
Oh, okay. So how long have you and your wife been doing this?
Coming up on 3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
Wow. So what type of schooling do you need to be able to work in real estate?
So the only requirement is that you have a license, and you take a certain number of hours through the Louisiana Real Estate Commission and some approved classes, and you take a test to get your license. We have very successful agents in our office who have master's degrees. We have some high school dropouts, and I personally, my wife and I have bachelor's degrees.
So it's a different kind of range. Like,
Yes.
You don't have to have a college degree.
Yes.
So what has been one of your biggest struggles in this area of work?
So sales is a very tough business, and the thing that's tough about it is not making the sale as much as it is talking to enough people before you find a new customer, and sometimes that can wear you out and be quite a struggle.
So we're going to take a short break. Stay tuned to hear more about residential and commercial real estate with me and Mr. Hayden Wallace.
Millionaire, hey. Huh. Communication media, hands-on, yeah. No, we hands-on, give you all the tools you need to succeed. Only at BPCC. Huh. Communication media, hands-on, yeah. You know we hands-on, giving you all the tools you need to succeed. Only at BPCC. Broadcasting, TV production, wanna be on television, we can get you started. Every day's a photo shoot, got fine art photography, know the film up, also making documentaries. Graphic designers, real fun, Photoshop, illustrators, characters come alive with computer animation. We got sound recorded with studio production without the training. How could I record this greatest? Lights, camera, action, come alive and be creative. Business of music, maybe you could be my next agent. Media for ministry, pictures where you wanna be, looking for all the majors that breed creativity. Communication media ain't for the wannabes. Yeah, it's only for the gonna-bees. Got cool professors, master your craft with ease. Cool professors, master your craft with ease.
Welcome back to What's Happening SBC. I'm your host, Abby Colvin, and with me today is Mr. Hayden Wallace, and we're going to continue talking about residential and commercial real estate. Have you had any neat or interesting encounters while working?
Yes, we meet people from across the spectrum. Every type of person that is out there, I feel like we've met them. We have had some very cool businesses with on residential. We've had some people who, for one reason or another, have been on quite a journey trying to qualify to buy a house. And through hard work and persistence, we've been able to get them into that American dream, to take them out of renting and put them into their own home. And one thing I don't think a lot of people realize is oftentimes buying really is a lot cheaper than renting.
Yeah.
So I'll give you an example. My first apartment was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I paid $765 a month in rent for a one-bedroom, I think about 600 square feet. And the house that my wife and I bought, our note's only $595 a month.
Wow.
And
yeah.
So
it's satisfying having your own house, too.
it really is. On the commercial side, we've helped some really cool businesses. We got a chiropractor's office opened up here in Bossier. We've done a safety equipment manufacturer in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Wow.
And so we get to see and get a flavor of so much of what's out there, and it's truly fascinating.
Yeah. So if I was to buy a house through you, could you explain the entire process of that?
Certainly. So most people find the houses that they like online. Through, we have, our firm has got an app that we use. There's, Zillow, Realtor.com, and that's where people do about 99% of the shopping. So what we do is we take the person, we take you to go look at the houses. And what happens in most cases is folks go to see about 10 houses, and then that person will then, work the list down to about 3, and then choose the one they like out of that bunch. And so where I really come in, aside from showing them the houses, is I write up the contract, and contracts have got to be written very carefully, and it's very important that people understand them. So that's a big part of what I do. And then the next thing that we look at is we negotiate the price and other terms, and then we coordinate inspecting the house. So we don't, people who are going to buy a $100,000, $140,000 house, well, we don't want them to just buy it.
Yeah.
We want them to inspect it very thoroughly. So we make sure there's no termites. We make sure that the roof is good, their plumbing, electrical, all those systems are in good order. And then we go right to the closing table from there and hand them the keys.
Okay. So now can you walk us through the process of trying to sell a home?
That is much easier.
Much easier.
So selling
I can see that.
Yeah. So selling a home, that's really where your marketing comes into play. Now, right now, selling a home is incredibly easy. We're in a very extreme seller's market right now, and interest rates are as low as they've ever been, and there's really no change in sight for interest rates to go up. So we got a lot of buyers out there who have a lot of purchasing power, and we have about the average days on market is about 65 days. And so if you asked us to help you sell a house, we would come by, we'd get professional pictures made. That makes me sound very old. We'd have professional pictures taken. We will have a very strong and robust social media and online campaign, and people come in, and then we do the exact same as we would buying, except on the reverse, and we'd represent the seller.
Alrighty. Mr. Wallace, before we end this show, is there anything else you'd like to add, as well as giving your own information out to people who can contact you?
Certainly. There's the vast majorities of millionaires out there are real estate investors, which is something that you can get into. We bought the very first rent house that we bought was for $8,000, and which was, just next to nothing, and that's helped us out quite a bit. Real estate also makes for a wonderful career.
Yeah, I was wanting to kind of go into the salary maybe and retirement.
Yeah, so it's not salary; it's all commission.
Okay.
Which is nice because you get to go out and make your own money, and if you work hard, you can. We've got some agents in our office who maybe got started working at a restaurant or making $20,000 a year. They're making upwards of $150,000 every year. As far as retirement goes, we are responsible for our own retirement, so it's important that we get our own IRAs and 401k set up. Most of us are also investors, and that's where a big part of our retirement comes in, is so, people who will want to sell their houses, sometimes we'll find something that's a great deal, and then we'll just buy it ourselves. Yeah.
That works out. Well, that's all for today on What's Happening SBC. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
I'm Abby Colvin, and I'll see y'all next time.